Who you? Oh,
Well,
hey guys.
hey,
Hey everybody.
haters, happy holidays to the haters. Woo! We are so happy to see you. Who are we? We are your latest and greatest, and hopefully your favorite wrestling podcast in the land. We are the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I am Billiam.
And today, tonight, whenever it is you're deciding to join our wonderful little corner of the internet, we are going to do what we always do, which is talk about some wrestling news, but not what we always do because we had a little PLE to talk about. That's right, it's Survivor Series War Games.
Er,
Uh, Ever since 2022, Survivor Series rebranded itself as War Games, and War Games was a concept that started in NXT, I believe, where you
no,
have the
nope, nope.
not
Sorry,
NXT.
sorry. War
Oh,
Games actually is an old WCW match.
that's also true. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
So
You are
it's one
correct.
of the things that WWE has had adopted
Yes,
because they started doing with NXT like the Great American Bash, like all the old WCW pay-per-views NXT had. So they threw that with War Games and they said, screw it, let's throw it like combine it with Survivor Series since that's another team-based thing. And
yes.
now we have Survivor Series colon War
War
Games.
Games, which this was my first War Games actually sitting and watching.
It's
And
interesting, isn't it?
I was, I think I might have been because one of the things I was looking forward to was the little side cages where they hang in there and you get to see their reactions and things like that. Turns out when what we Billy and I were able to watch this together, and what we figured out very quickly was that this time there will be no cages.
And from
Um,
what I hear, it
yeah,
is because there was too much man meat to fit inside of one of the cages.
man,
AKA the Vision and big old Bronson Reed was probably a little too much with four other guys jammed in there.
what I should have done was I should have taken. I'm not going to do this now, but I would love to get the total poundage, the weight of
Oh,
the entire team,
yeah.
whilst they all wouldn't have been in the cage at the same time, because of
It
course
would have been four of them.
would have been four of them.
Yeah,
Bronson Reed's not your starter, and that's already
correct.
a big thing. And then that's him, and that's yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah. So
yeah, he's seven,
that's
he's
what
seven.
the rumor is, but
Okay,
we don't know.
who has it? I would choose to believe that because I think it's funny.
I do too.
All right, everybody. War Games started out with a bang. Like most of these PLEs now seem to start off with a bang, where if you're not in your seat, if you felt like you could show up to the arena and you can go to the concession stand, if you felt like you can go tailgate in the parking lot because you're like,
You're missing that co-main event.
first match is always some bullshit. These days, that first match is not
Yep.
some bullshit because right off bat, we start you off with the women's War Game match. How's about we meet the participants? If y'all don't know who they are, let's start with the heels. It
Mhm.
is Lash Legend, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, and the Kabuki Warriors. That's Asuka and Kairi Sane. And they took on Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, and AJ Lee. What a lineup.
Both of these War
A
Games
lineup
matches were like like all-star matches.
with some all-star stuff. We'll probably talk a little bit more at the end, but people were, we'll keep it totally 100. This Survivor Series War Games was rated very low. Not a
Mhm.
lot of people really enjoyed this show. Billy and I will talk a little bit about after that. But one thing that I would say, because I'm one of the people where, yes, I could see some of the complaints, some of the things where it's like, okay, but they didn't take me out of it. Also, keeping in mind that of two of the, for people that are like, oh, Survivor Series was only four matches, two of those matches were the War Games matches. So in that sense, it's very much like a Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble usually only has about 4 or 5 matches because you have two Royal Rumble matches.
Right. And
Let's
each
keep
match
that
is about an hour long. So,
right. And keep that in mind, you're seeing 60 wrestlers between two Royal Rumbles,
yeah.
plus some other matches. So keep in mind, this one you're seeing 20 wrestlers between two war games, 5-5.
Yeah,
So
and
in
I'd clocked it at one point, um, before all or when the bell rang. I think it was I think it was the women's the first time. By the time the bell rang, the match had already been going on for 45 minutes. But then the match doesn't officially begin until the last competitor gets into the ring. So, in which case, the other nine are going nuts with each other. The 10th gets in, bell rings. But the other nine, there's like 3 or 5 minute increments in between. So they're fighting for 45 minutes. So
yes,
that's why we get 4 matches. But boy, it looks fun 45 minutes because you don't know who's coming out.
it was very fun. Rhea Ripley was rocking a Terrifier
Yes.
theme
Oh, I love it so much.
mask on the joint. A big rumor that she might be in the next Terrifier. I know that she had been on stage with Ice Nine Kills. Shout out Ice Nine Kills. I love that band. They made a song that was Terrifier inspired, and I know one of their shows on tour, they brought her up on stage and this and
With
that.
Art, and Art killed her and
Yeah.
during the performance. So
Mhm,
yeah, she's a
mhm.
big Terrifier
Big
fan, as
Terrifier
am I.
fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
love those
Which
movies.
I have not seen them and need to sit down and watch them.
Yeah.
Just because it's more of the in my household, it's more of the I date
Oh,
people
yes.
that are kind of against more of the gory side of the horror movies, and Terrifier is definitely
And
on the
clowns. I mean, I know.
and also clowns.
Yeah.
Yes, and also it's two instant strikes.
Well, hell, I mean, come on over, man, because I'll watch those all day. I
We
love
gonna
them
do
so
it
much.
then.
They're so much fun.
Sounds like we have a Terrifier day planned. I'm all
Yes.
about it. That's what we do here on Wrestling Podcast. We make connections, even if it's me and my guy.
That's cooking teamwork.
This match was really good. Um, we got to see a whole bunch of great stuff. Um, I really enjoy watching a focused Charlotte Flair wrestle.
I was thinking the same thing during that match. It's
Yeah.
she goes through waves like Randy Orton where they'll go uninterested for a while and they'll just be going through the motions, but other times they'll be putting their heart and soul into it. Like the outfit that she wore was designed by there's a 7-year-old girl that she saw
Yes.
outside. She's battling cancer, but she designed
Yes.
that outfit. So that's why she was not wearing the typical long robes with the big hood like collar behind her. So stuff like that, like that's the Charlotte Flair. This is the greatest, well, debatable as Becky Lynch. But this is like one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time, and now she's just having fun with it as she should. I love
Yes.
this run with her and Alexa Bliss.
She's one of the four horsewomen in the revolution of turning this whole thing around.
Deservedly
One
so.
of the four horsewomen are. That's because three of them are still employed. One of them is somewhere else. But we will shout her out. That is Charlotte Flair. That is Bailey. That is Becky Lynch, and that is one legit boss, Sasha Banks. So those are the
Yes,
women.
formerly known as Sasha Banks,
Yes,
Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes Moné, a 13 belt holder
Oh,
as of
something.
taping. Or
I think she
actually,
just lost the Ring
she's
of Honor
lost.
one.
Yes, she's down to 12.
Oh no.
So she's down to 12.
And she's legit one of the best in the world too. So,
Straight up, man. Love her Iron Man match, Iron Women match. That's yeah. Sasha Banks is one of my favorites, man.
but yeah, this
Um,
War Games match was great. Io Sky had a branded
Io
trash can.
Sky, yeah, Io Sky gets to do all the things. She has her own custom garbage can that she got to do her thing with.
Yeah.
Um, Again, one small complaint I heard was, oh, Io got to stand on the top and and everybody just stood there and waited for her to jump. And I'm like, get over yourself. Come on
Oh
now.
well, what are you gonna do?
What are they supposed to do? Just clear out and
I
let
mean,
her
they can kind
fall?
of rumble, kind of brawl a little bit, whatever. But who cares? It wasn't about that. Io did a blind swanton off a cage. Like you
Right.
can't see, she couldn't see where she was landing. She just did a
In a
front
trash
flip.
can.
Yeah, with a branded trash can,
Right. With a branded trash
and then
can.
goes nuts. Like Io Sky is genius
Yes. The
of the
Jesus.
sky.
Boom. And we get the big moves, we get everything going. The face team is able to overcome adversity. Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley do work together, and at the end of the day, we get to see the old Black Widow, AJ Lee,
AJ Lee makes Becky tap.
gets wraps up Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch taps out at Survivor Series War Games. And so the winners are the good ladies, Ripley, Sky, Flair, Bliss, and
Hmm.
Lee. And that was the beginning of War Games. It was a good start.
I love the spot because AJ Lee is a small girl and Io Sky is a small girl. Io was already on the cage. She didn't have the trash can. AJ's trying to jump up and hand it to her, and she's like, "Hey, can you help me, please?" And Rhea's like, "Okay." So she puts AJ on her shoulders to put the trash can
Yeah.
up, and she's like, "Thanks." I was like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, I love stuff like that."
Good stuff, man.
But yeah, it was a fun match.
It was indeed. Which
A lot of
brings us
fun.
to match number two, which I think in hindsight should have been match number three. But I get why you do that because if you have Stephanie Fekir and Nikki Bella go right after the women, somebody could say, well, you just wanted to get the two women's matches out of the way, then blah, blah, blah,
They
blah.
like to alternate. They've always been that way. They've always
Which,
liked to
yeah,
they always had like the women's match in between the two men's
yes.
title matches kind of thing. So
Which
that's
in
what they
this
did here.
case is usually a good thing, but I kind of feel bad for Nikki Bella. She literally had to follow John Cena.
They also could have you could also look at it this way. The Intercontinental title is a mid-card title and the women's championship is a world championship.
Of course. Of
So,
course. If I was running our pay-per-views, I would have ran it the same way because I believe in the hierarchy of the belts.
yeah,
So it doesn't matter who you believe
it's the
is more
belt.
popular or whatever. Whoever has the higher ranking belt, they're gonna go towards the end of the show because that's champion's right.
Right. It's the belt, not the wrestler.
Correct. But that's okay because we got to have a number two hit. Our number two hit, our first singles match
Oh,
was the 17 unseen Intercontinental Champion John Cena versus San Diego's own Sucio, Dirty, Dominic Mysterio. Coming in, he was your triple I champion and still the greatest luchador of all time and still the greatest Mysterio of all time. And you want to talk about a pop, baby. You can love John Cena every day, all day. Everybody does. You put Dirty Dom in the middle of Petco Park and you let the people go off for your boy. It was a great reception, as it should have been for Dirty Dom. It was
funny. I
cool.
was gonna kind of say the opposite in the fact, like, I feel like John Cena had a bigger
Well,
pop
well,
only when it came to like being a face.
right.
But Dom's pop, what? Yeah, I mean, you're right. It was a lot of
Yeah.
booze, but it was a lot of booze.
Yeah. As it
But
as
I think that's more out of respect
more out of
for
respect for the heel that he's trying to pose,
yeah,
man. I mean,
and that he's home. Like
Yeah,
his
Cena was going to get a pop because
it's
it's
Cena.
it's it's the last time you see Cena
Yeah,
in a pay-per-view. In a
right,
pay-per-view that, no offense to Saturday Night Main Event, but Balaam and I are old heads. We still believe in the Big Four. That was John Cena's last pay-per-view. I don't
correct.
care. That was his last true pay-per-view because it was Survivor Series. So
Absolutely,
he
completely agree.
deserved the pop that he got. I love that Cena shouted out cameraman Stu's son was like holding
He was the cable guy for
yeah.
Stu.
So yeah, I
He's
thought
like,
that
and
was
final time, Stu. I was explaining it because my wife came with me, so we were watching, and she's like, "Oh, I like John Cena," but she was there to watch Nikki Bella too. But so I was like, "Oh yeah,
sorry,
he's talking." She's like, "Who's Stu?" I'm
sorry,
like,
Ian.
Stu's the cameraman.
Yeah,
He's like, he follows him, and he's like, "Let's go to work." She's like, "Go to work." I was like, "Well, yeah, because now they have to sprint all the way to the ring,
yeah.
and Stu's got to do it with the camera on his shoulder,
Yep.
and he does it every time, and it's
That's
flawless."
that's and I look forward to his last Saturday Night Main to that last one, but that the last few times it's been you can even tell like even John is it's like let's go to work. It's
Yeah,
that it's
because this
almost that
one
time now.
it was at Petco, so it was a long run. So
Another long run.
the next one's just going to be just an arena, just kind of a straight down the chute. So we'll see what he does. I'm hoping he does something cool for Stu. So we'll see.
He probably walks with Stu. He holds the camera for Stu. Stu gets to walk.
That'd be good. Stu runs
Yes.
this match though.
Dirty Dom does everything in his power to get this belt, man, from faking an injury to taking his boot off to he pulls out every stop in the way. All the members of Judgment Day come out to try to help
Every
out.
single one.
Yeah.
Tahana Bomb. You see Tahana Bomb. You see Pop
Oh,
Rocks. As soon as you see the Pop Rocks, Dom pops up from his quote or shoulder being out of place, hits the 619, kicks out. Then you see Finn and JD McDonough. They come out and do some their own stuff. Like it's pretty cool. They all got their moment with John.
They did, but John was able to overcome it all, and it looks like everything's going well for the 17 unseen. And then, Billiam,
Boy.
we hear some music we have not heard
Dun, dun,
in a
dun,
little
dun, dun,
while.
dun,
A
dun.
little music, we hear a little psychotic laugh, and at this point, that could only be one person. That's right,
She's
everybody.
back.
We're talking about everybody's favorite Margot Robbie fetish. It is Liv Morgan. Because goddamn, they look alike.
And boy,
Good Lord.
we figured we see Liv, but it did not go how we thought was going.
No, Liv comes on out and
Slaps Dom.
comes out and it looks like at first, she's all for it and then slaps Dom and we're thinking, okay, yeah, maybe because she probably feeling a certain way about this and that, and then she jumps into John Cena's arms, and then we get
We got
that
the crazy eyes.
it's almost the John Cena shot now,
It
where
is
it's
absolutely.
just whoop,
That was
and
the point.
Liv does an amazing job at
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
going, getting that look and
The
kicks him,
Cena thing. And
kicks
then
him in the balls.
she did to Cena what Cena did to Cody Rhodes.
Yep,
Exactly.
yep.
Without the crazy Rock cutting his face in full or
Poetic
whatever.
justice. Poetic justice. Yeah. So that means that Dom covers up Cena for the 1, 2, 3. Dirty Dom walks out of San Diego
Your
with his
two-time
Intercontinental
Mega Intercontinental
Champion,
Champion.
greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, greatest Mysterio of all time, greatest Luchador of all time, Sucio, 2 belts, Dirty Dom. Put some respect on his name, especially at this podcast, because we love Dirty Dom.
Amen. Amen.
Oh, it was a wonderful thing. All right.
Which brings us to our next match,
Match
which
number 3.
is the Women's World Champion Stephanie Vicaire, La Primera, taking on the WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. Which Nikki Bella's looking as good as ever. I mean, in ring, physically, everything. Just she's looking great. The all black is fantastic. The
She
heel
looked
turn
in the
is
ring better than the last time we saw her taking on Becky Lynch.
yeah.
I guess has been putting in some extra work on side or whatever, but her timing was good.
Mhm.
The match was good.
It was a solid match.
I will say from a booking standpoint, I would feel better if they'd just had Nikki win. If you're going to continue this maybe thing where Nikki is saying she does want to run, maybe have Nikki win there and then set up Nikki and Stephanie at at the Rumble, or if you want to
Something like that. Yeah.
spill it out till Mania, you can do all that. Maybe just another turnaround at the Rumble because Vakir or Nikki Bella don't need to be in the Royal Rumble, so that would have maybe been a good.
Yeah. It
And
just seemed like a
plus,
throwaway match.
you get a chance for Nikki to come in and get some gold, for a little bit. Knocks off Stephanie Vakir, so it's already like, oh, maybe Stephanie, you could build up storyline where like, oh, maybe, Nikki could be like, see, you can't cut it. That's why they needed me back because you're not that bitch and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? Stephanie Vakir hits her with 2 devil's kisses and the super moon salt, and still
Still.
La Primera is number 1. Stephanie Vakir is still your world women's champion, and
Yep.
we are here for it. We like us some Stephanie Vakir.
Well done.
Which brings us to the main event of the evening.
Man,
4 games, everybody. It's the men this time.
talk about an all-star match.
Oh boy, you want to talk about all stars? I'll give you all stars. How
Hit it.
about the heel team? It
Sure.
is Drew McIntyre, Bronson Reed, Bronson Breaker, Brock Lesnar, and Logan Paul.
Which one of these things is not like the other?
Yes, taking on The Usos, that's Jimmy Uso, main event Jay Uso, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, and everyone's tribal chief, the head of the table. It is big. Roman Reigns, everybody.
Yeah, both world champions, the longest reigning present day champion, and probably the greatest tag team of all time. That's what?
Line up, man.
Featuring
Line up.
against a team with Brock Lesnar, from what I heard, has not tagged with anybody since 2004.
Correct.
So that's 20 plus years that
Yeah, I know.
he's
We
just
we
been
both
Brock Lesnar
we
on his own.
we both heard that stat and we were just like, wait, really?
Yeah.
You
And that's
think
like,
that?
I
Yeah.
believe it.
I can't recall Brock Lesnar being in any tag team match ever. And
No.
that's just, yeah, I've never seen
Uh,
it before.
handicap matches, yes,
Yes.
but tag team matches, no.
Straight up tag matches where somebody has to go to a corner and tag Brock in.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
no.
when Seth was rolling with Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury, I think they both
Me.
fought Brock Lesnar,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
destroyed them, and I think destroyed their car afterwards. Literally destroyed their car with his bare hands. He ripped off their door.
He did the Street Fighter car
He
level
did.
too.
He did, and he won.
He did.
But anyway, this War Games match. So add these 10 men in two cages, in two rings with weapons. Good God.
Good God. Good God indeed. Vamp for 2 seconds. I gotta grab my charger. My phone dying.
Oh man.
My laptop.
Yeah.
Ready? Real quick.
So again, the fun thing about this match is the fact that you don't know who's going to enter the match when.
Correct.
So I who do you remember who started the match? I can't. I honestly can't remember.
Ugh, no.
Uh,
Wrote it down. No.
I just know Roman Reigns finished the match. He was the last one to come in.
Oh, woo.
I think CM Punk started the match.
Either CM Punk or one of the.
It was CM Punk.
Was it Punk?
It was Punk.
Against? Do you remember who he
No,
was
I
against?
can't
Yeah.
remember.
Anywho, we should have.
It was 2 weeks ago. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, right.
Again, we really need to talk about this, and people need to hear what we think about
Yes,
this. Our thoughts are what matters. I
right.
mean, yours too, but I mean, without us, what would you do?
What would you do? I mean, we could really just talk about what the biggest deal that came out of this whole thing. There was a lot of good back and forth. Everything was doing well, but at a certain point, um, CM Punk is doing his thing. He hits Logan Paul with a go to sleep, and then a masked dude enters,
Completely straight up ninja dress, man.
just fully masked, and
They didn't
last
want
time.
another R-Truth moment like last
Right.
time.
I was going to say, I think the last time we saw the masked man, he was our truth.
Yeah. And we found that out before he pulled the mask off.
And we found that out before he pulled the mask
Not
off.
this time.
There
They
you
made
go.
sure.
This time, everything is covered up. He attacked CM Punk and then hit CM Punk with a
Curb
uh,
stomp.
curb stomp, which everybody's thinking, well, there's only one person in the WWE does a curb stomp, but
Hmm.
Seth Rollins is hurt. It
Yeah.
can't be Seth Rollins. But wait, Seth Rollins was hurt before.
Hmm.
Oh.
It's
Hmm.
not this Seth Rollins, kids. It's really not. That the curb stomp is too it's too pretty. Seth Rollins is a little dirty, kind of curb stomp comes out of nowhere. This was a very it was like somebody learned to do a curb stomp, so it's going to look
Right.
more out of a textbook. And also, this guy is a little bigger than Seth Rollins.
Yes.
This was a big guy.
Plus, Seth Rollins' ego wouldn't allow him to. He's the type of person that would show his face because he needs that.
Plus, he just
He
got
needs
beat
that.
up
You
and
know what I
thrown
mean?
out of the vision. Why would he come and help them?
Well, there's people that are saying this is. Remember, when you've been able to pull the wool
Nah,
from people's
yeah,
eyes, people are thinking that maybe this whole thing is a work. Because remember, Seth Rollins is the one that's going. I always have a plan.
yeah, but nah,
Um,
I don't buy it.
But no. In
Nah.
fact, what we'll go ahead and do, boys and girls, we'll let you before we go ahead and say the winner. As we are taping now, since we are kind of a week behind of when we're going to tape this, we'll just let y'all know what some of the scuttlebutt is out there that we've heard. I've heard we can kind of just talk about it real quick, back and forth, me and you, Billy, and we
Yeah.
can riff
Yeah.
live. So I heard that it got leaked that the man behind the mask was Austin Theory.
Mhm.
And the reason why it is Austin Theory is apparently he was supposedly supposed to be handpicked to be in the Vision because they're going to tap Austin Reed to be one of their next guys. That wasn't maybe until a couple of days ago, where now I'm hearing. So the Masked Man, as of this taping, the Masked Man has made one or two more appearances. Um, the new rumor is the reason why he has not been revealed yet is so that they can choose that opportunity to make it whomever they want it to be. If
Right.
they want it to be Chris Jericho and he
Mhm.
came back, then they could say it was him and do a reveal.
Yeah, because anybody
If
could
they
pull the
want to
mask
say,
off.
if they want to say it was Randy Orton because now he's got a thing against Cody Rhodes and he's trying
And
to
he's been hurt.
hurt the pot. Yeah. Or the latest rumor I heard is that when we saw the Masked Man last, which would have been at with this last taping of Raw,
Yeah, that's last Raw.
that supposedly was Montez Ford
Mm, I've heard all of
for
those.
reasons. So
Just,
yeah,
just, I'll tell you who it's not. It's not Kevin Owens.
it's not Kevin Owens and it's not Seth Rollins. No, for
No,
sure. For
no, it
sure.
is not.
Yeah,
Chris, I heard Chris Jericho, but they're like, Chris Jericho, maybe 25 years ago, Chris Jericho could have got over that cage that quickly,
that's what
but
I'm
not
saying.
nowadays. But again, it's all who pulls off the mask.
All who pulls off the mask. It doesn't matter. It's we're on our third El Grande Americano. And
Yeah.
then there's rumors that, Chad Gable's close to coming back, and it could be a whole thing where
They do like the Spider-Man thing with like,
right, where he comes back at well, and it's funny because if he does, it'll create this scenario
oh,
where
with the Rumble.
he'll have to admit that he was El Grande Americano the first
Yeah.
time because he's trying to get that title back.
It should be at the Rumble where Chad Gable makes the return and then the next entrant is El Grande Americano. And he's like,
Oh yeah, have it be had Chad Gable come out, then have Ludwig put El Americano back on, and then have the original, have a, or have three El Grande Americanos at one point.
oh, the Rumble's fun. Hey, we've had three Mick Foleys in one match.
We have.
Not at the
Um,
same time, but
Billiam, I
anywho.
can tell you right now, I'm so excited. Royal Rumble, everybody, is happening on my birthday, which rarely happen, which only happens a few every maybe like 4 or 5 years, depending on the
Yep.
cycle. But it's going to be actually on my birthday, January 31st. So we will
We
be
just have
watching
to check the date because
Royal
it's in
Rumble.
Saudi Arabia, so it might
I
be something crazy.
I know. I've
So,
thought about that, and it could be a thing where I'm like, man, maybe we'll just if it's too kind of crazy, maybe we'll just set up a replay or something like that and just have
oh
everybody
yeah,
watch the thing. Because yeah, if it's gonna be some like
it might be like a
hey,
10
good
a.m. thing.
morning.
I think it's like a 10 a.m. thing, if anything. But yeah, we
Well,
could definitely watch it
hey,
later.
if people interested in some brunch, maybe
Hey man, I'm
we
always
can
down for some brunch.
we can whip up some mimosas. We
Yep.
can do the thing. But going back to war games,
Oh right.
because of the whole debacle, because of all that, I think it was did Logan Paul end up getting the win? Like did he
I
win?
think Braun Breaker hit him with the spear.
Okay, Braun Breaker got the win.
And I think Braun Breaker got the win.
Either way, the heel side won things. Now, one of the big complaints that people had, especially about the final match, was that again, I didn't watch War Games last year, but from my understanding, CM Punk, the Usos, and Roman Reigns were all in War Games last year under the similar bloodline.
Yeah, because they went up against Solo Sikoa and like his people and Bronson Reed, and that's when Bronson Reed
All right, so
snapped his ankle in
it
half.
was OG bloodline against like new bloodline,
Yeah, so it was the Usos, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Sami Zayn.
the honorary Us. Yeah.
Correct.
Right. So people were kind of miffed that, these same people were in another big major match, again in the same kind of similar style. To which I say, look, man,
Well,
well, it's like we've talked about before, and I will say, as it is, it's still relevant and as it matters. This was always going to be the problem when at a certain point the WWE shifted all their attention onto John Cena and had picked no clear successor.
Hmm.
This is the because people were like, oh, it felt like the storyline, some of the talent's a little stale. I'm like, well, they're doing the best they can with the talent that they have.
Right.
Understand also coming into this, no one saw Seth Rollins getting actually hurt. No one saw
No.
Fatu getting actually hurt.
No.
Um, no one saw Naomi getting pregnant. Now, there's a lot of things they've had to pivot and do audibles, So hence Liv Morgan coming back early. Hence the Vision breaking up without the Vision turning on Seth Rollins early. I believe all these things were going to happen. They just had to get sped up
Right.
because life. So,
Right. But
and then
that's how
another
this
complaint
business is.
was,
So
uh, and another complaint was the Masked Man didn't reveal himself. To which I could take it or leave it.
yeah.
You
And I
know,
mean, just keep it interesting.
and I
Like
tell you what,
it's
I'd have been mad disappointed if that mask would have came off and it was Austin Theory. I'd have been like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
But
Like
why?
from a Liv Morgan return, which is a big pop surprise to like, oh, Masked Man, who is it? We don't know. I'm like, okay, well, at least that's my thing of like, well, the WWE's trying to do something a little different, where it's like, okay, we usually reveal the dude. Now we're not. Now we're gonna try to keep this who is it thing going for as long as we
Yeah, a couple
can.
weeks now, we still don't know who it is.
I think it's unfortunate that it got leaked that it was Austin Theory because I do believe it was Austin Theory that night.
Yeah.
Um,
So
and I think it once again forced them to go, well, shit. Now we have these other things going. If they know it's, we want it to be a complete mystery. So if it's already leaked that it's Austin Theory, maybe we'll have to bring in Austin Theory another way, and then the Masked Man will be a
will be
different kind of
somebody else, and they're just trying to figure out how to make it make sense. Maybe.
right.
So we'll see.
We'll see. But that in a nutshell, everybody, I mean, it was only 4 matches. That in a nutshell, that was War Games, everybody.
Yeah.
Survivor Series War Games. In hindsight, I gotta say, I wish they would just bring back the old 4v4 by 5v5
Five versus five.
elimination
Yeah. Which
thing.
we skipped a week, but they did that the week before. The MFTs took
I
on
did. They
Sami
did.
Zayn and his team in a traditional 5-on-5 elimination match. Those I agree. Those are fun. They're easier to figure out what's going on. Like I still don't understand why there's two rings, but whatever. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
but like you said, we're traditionalists and we like the old school stuff. But that's because Survivor Series, like that was the main thing. That's like changing the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, which, don't change the Royal Rumble.
No. But again, Survivor Series,
And they tried, you know what I
they
mean? It's,
they
oh,
they maintain
they
it's
do
a
a 40-man
team.
Rumble this year.
It's a team match, so they maintain that at least 5-on-5. So
Well, because also I feel like if you keep that, it's easier you can have a couple different style matches where you could showcase some factions, man. One
mhm.
one 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 thing that we're kind of big on here at the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast is we like our factions, man.
Yeah,
So
and that's what they used to do.
yeah,
Like they'd have like an all-star, like a team Stone Cold versus a team Triple H or something like that. But
it
then
used to be what Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. That was kind of the thing going
yeah,
into a couple of them.
when they split brands, yeah, but
Yeah, when they split the brands. But like for instance, I would have rather maybe have seen like a Survivor Series style match with the MFTs and the Wyatt Six. I think would have been a much better way to go. But
I thought they were going, but hey, whatever.
but hey, guess what, y'all? That's our Survivor Series War Games recap. I got things to do. Y'all got things to do. So we're gonna let you go. But before we do, hey Billiam, real quick, let the haters out there know how they can help us out in our lovely little podcast here.
Absolutely. First of all, kids, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Go ahead and comment. Let us know what your favorite match of Survivor Series War Games was. Uh, yeah. What you tell us, let us know what you want to hear more of, less of. Just, talk to us. We
Talk
like
to
hearing,
us.
we like hearing from you. Also, if you want to find us on Instagram, you can find us on Section 8 Wrestling Pod. And if you want to stream us up in your ear holes, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Music.
Woo! Bringing the heat, Billiam, like you always do.
Tell your friends.
Hey, y'all. Uh, from Billiam and we want y'all to have the very best of holidays. Happy holidays. Uh, keep your friends close, your family closer. And we hope you have nothing but a bunch of love and joy in your heart. We appreciate you stopping by our little corner of the internet and letting us be your distraction from the crazy world out there. So, from the latest and greatest, and hopefully your favoriteest podcast in the land, the Section 8 podcast, I am Kills at Wills.
All right, Billiam.
Hey, we going to see y'all on the next one.
Bye.